Hey guys, welcome to my review of League One Team of the Season. We're going to do a quick rundown of some of the players and see who we think is going to be a good bargain, who's not, who would be a win in a pack and who wouldn't. Stuff like that, just seeing how the stats all pan out and positionings and weak foot, to go moves, all that. Real quick, if you guys like the video, please like it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. And I also stream on Twitch. The link is below in the description. Let's hop right into it, though. I want to start off with Renato Sanchez because he's only a 92, but you know he's a savage in this game. Even his ones to watch card was incredibly good. Like, just right off the bat, you can see his pace and acceleration. Let me adjust the window here a little bit. Zoom in a little more, so we can see all of this. Okay. 93 pace. Really, really good. It looks like you're going to want to slap like an anchor on him probably. So with an anchor, he's at 97 pace, 90 shooting. He's got crazy shot power and long shots. Passing looks really solid as well. His crossing's not great, but as a center mid, that's not a huge problem. Dribbling also incredibly good at 95. Low down, I think this card is going to be super, super good with the high work rates. He's just so fast and smooth on the pitch. His physicality's 99 with an anchor on. Absolutely incredible. He's going to be a great card. Also really easy to link with being PSG and Portuguese. So really, really solid player. If you pack him, consider yourself really lucky. Let's see, Sissoko. Sissoko also looking really good. Obviously, he's like a defensive mid. Really, really high sprint speed and not so much acceleration, which can kind of be a problem in the middle of the pitch where you want that burst of speed to catch up to people. I gotta say, you probably... Though an engine would be nice for the extra agility because that is kind of low. It's only 78, 71 balance. He's probably a little clunky, to be honest. But he has his high defensive work rate, which is really good. Not a great shooter, obviously. You could even play him in the midfield and then drop him back into like a back five if you do that. That's pretty meta right now. So I would probably slap a shadow on him. It makes his defensive stats really strong at 96. Pretty solid. He's got the lengthy type at least, which is one of the few benefits of having that low agility. But I think Shadow gives him that extra acceleration he really needs, and obviously the extra defensive stats, which are great too. Stamina's not great at 92, but he should hold up most of the game like that, especially if you play him in that center back type role. Overall, pretty good. It's a usable card. But let's get into some of the juicier ones here. Neymar, huh? Neymar 5-5, skill moves, weak foot. Always a huge endgame card. So you probably want to put a hawk on him. Absolute crazy dribbling, 99 and pretty much everything but balance and reactions. Passing actually kind of low for him. I'm surprised. He's got 92 short passing, 88 long passing, and 91 crossing, but his vision's really solid at 96. But I think you definitely need the hawk on him to boost up those, to give him the extra pace. He's almost max pace with hawk. And then he gets really, really good shooting as well. He gets 99 positioning, 97 finishing, 97 shot power, 99 long shots. Absolutely crazy with that 5-5 weak foot and skill moves. He'll obviously be one of the top cards to pack, just due to the 5-5 nature and how pacey and agile he is. Also, his shooting stats are really insane on this card. And it's cool. He can play on as left mid, left wing, or cam, which really allows you to make a team fit around him. But absolute solid card. Like, we'll compare him to Mbappe and Messi, but he's probably, I would guess he's probably the second most valuable card, depending on what they gave Messi for his weak foot and skill moves. But really, really good. Let's get to Mbappe, because he's absolutely nuts, right? The card of the game. Best card you can possibly get. Good luck. Good luck packing him. You almost definitely won't. But let's give a look at him anyways, because he's just absolutely crazy. I think you slap an Architect on him because his pace, dribbling, and shooting are all like max already. So putting an Architect on him will make him like max strength as well, which is really just totally ridiculous. Where's Architect here? Yeah, it really ups his passing too. It gives him almost max vision and 99 short passing, and ups his curve a bunch, which is good for those finesse shots outside the box. But 5 skill moves, 4 weak foot, absolutely crazy shooting. Everything's pretty much max except for long shots. Absolutely filthy card. There's not much to be said here. He's even got 94 jumping, 97 stamina, and max strength with Architect on, which is just absolutely filthy. Going to be the best card in the game. If you get him, consider yourself, go buy a lottery ticket, because you literally just won the lottery in game. Your luck is an all-time high. You know, try your luck at the lottery, might as well, you know. Let's hop into Messi. Messi also looking really solid. He's 4-4, which is to be expected. That's usually what he is. 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. Let's see how this compares to his... It's really, really close to his team of the year. Actually, his team of the year looks a little bit better. It's got better passing, higher sprint speed, which you can max out with like a Hunter or something like that. Obviously, still an absolutely crazy card. You'd be lucky to get him. It's nice that he has the right mid, right wing positions as well as striker, so you can fit him pretty much anywhere. It's pretty easy to fit strikers in with the two striker formations. There's a bunch of them, so Paris Saint-Germain too, so really easy to link. Absolutely crazy dribbling, as always. It's Messi, so what do you expect? Really high strength, actually, with 84. His team of the year was only 82. 99 curve. I'm surprised he's not max passing as well, because that's really one of his top attributes. But you probably want to stick a Hunter on him for the extra sprint speed. Maxes out his shooting, except for 1 shot power. And yeah, his stamina is only 86, which is good for a Messi card, but he will get a little tired towards the end of games. Let's keep moving here. Let's look at some of the more mid cards. Let's look at the lot of PSG players in this, like Verratti. It looks affordable already. He'll probably drop lower than he is now, but he's pretty affordable as is. Really solid defensively. A little slow. You probably want a Shadow on him. With Shadow, he has 95 pace. Shooting is very, very mediocre, but his passing is pretty much max if you don't add the crossing and free kick accuracy in. 99 stamina. Really good defensive stats at 93. And, of course, his dribbling is crazy. Be a pretty good hold-up midfield. He can also play any of the central midfield positions, CDM, CM, and CAM. So he's looking like a really good options for a lot of teams. He'll also help you connect, or to get those, to get that chem if you pack any of those better PSG cards. Looks really solid overall. I think he's reasonable to get, and looks pretty solid. He's definitely a starting option in the center of the park. While we're looking at midfielders, let's take a peek at, where was he? I saw him, Fofana. Always a really popular card. Really affordable. 4-4, 6-1, high work rates. Looking really solid on that regard. You probably want to slap. He's got 99 standing tackle base. That's pretty crazy. But you probably want to put a shadow on him for the extra pace. 99 strength, 99 stamina. Really solid physically. Passing serviceable for a center defensive mid role. At 95 short passing, 89 long passing. His long shots are okay. He might can a couple for you. But his finishing leaves a little more to be desired. Dribbling, not so great. But that gives him that lengthy style. His agility and balance are kind of low. And his dribbling isn't great either. But serviceable, but you probably can find something better than him at this rate. But still an interesting card to give a shot. Only 88 defensive awareness too, which is kind of a letdown for somebody you want to be your CDM. You kind of want that to be in the 90s, but still solid overall because his physicality will just make him a force. And he's still got the 6'1" height, although his jumping is a little low at 77 to win some of those aerial balls as well. Let's see. Is there anybody of note that we want to cover here? Nuno Mendes, huh? Looking like a really solid option at left back. He probably is. He's like about on par with Balde, it looks like, from La Liga team of the season. His passing's okay. Good crossing, good short passing. Long passing leaves a little bit to be desired. Dribbling is pretty solid for a left back. His defensive stats as well. You probably want to put a sentinel on him. Maxes out his jumping as well. He becomes pretty good in the air, I imagine, for a left back, that is. He's still only 5'9", but left backs aren't typically that great anyways. But it bumps his defense up to a 95, or 94, which is really good. 87 strength is okay. 96 stamina will keep him in the game for you the whole game. 99 shot power, which is really crazy, but only 82 long shots to go along with that, so I don't expect him to be a really huge threat with his outside the box shots. Looks good. I mean, again, he'll link really well with your PSG players, and he's Portuguese as well, which will make him pretty easy to connect on that level as well. Let's see who else we got here. Lacazette, my old Arsenal boy, looking really solid actually. 5-star skills upgrade for him, and 4-star weak foot. Pretty good acceleration. You could probably trying to think what you might want to put on him. Could probably get away with probably want a hawk, to be honest. Gives him that extra speed boost for his sprint speed, and then ups his positioning, finishing, and long shots, and then almost maxes out his strength. His dribbling is actually pretty solid at 95. It's not top tier, but it's really up there. 99 short passing, which is impressive, and 92 vision should make him serviceable from a passing perspective up front. And his shooting is really solid. Maybe his finishing could be a little higher, but really not bad. And with the 5-star skill moves, he becomes a really viable option up front. It's kind of like almost like an Mbappe light at this point. You still get that high strength though. He's a little shorter, but he's got the high work rates, which is pretty useful as well. So Lacazette looking super solid. That would definitely be a dub if you packed him for sure. The Rat King, Ben Yedder. 4-star skills, 5-star weak foot. Really solid dribbling, which is what sticks out to me in the beginning. 99 agility and balance, 97 dribbling. Another thing that sticks out is he's only 85 stamina and 80 strength, so I don't know if he's going to last the whole game for you if you start him up front. Really good. Finishing, his positioning is max as well. You probably want to slap a hawk on him. So his pace is not quite top tier, 97, 96 for acceleration and sprint speed, but he does have 97 shooting with a hawk. Which makes him pretty good, and 96 short passing is pretty good for a striker as well. So the 5-star weak foot is what really sticks out to me. I really like that on a striker because it gives you the option to go either way with no loss in quality. And his unique body type always makes him a threat dribbling wise. So with such high stats, I imagine him to be absolutely crazy. I would say he's probably even better than Lacazette in game, but uh, we'll have to wait and see what he really is. Medina was one that stuck out to me with the projections. Really, really affordable already on PlayStation and Xbox. You actually might want to snag him before. I have a feeling he will not stay that low, because you probably want to slap a shadow on him, and that puts him almost into Ligue territory, who is like way more expensive than he's going for right now. His dribbling is actually insane for a center back. 90 dribbling, that's really crazy. He's still lengthy. He's not max strength, or his jumping's not great, but really good pace numbers, really good reactions at 98, which is one of the most important stats for a defender. And his aggression and strength are still pretty high, even though the strength is not max. And he's a little short at 6 foot for a center back, but his jumping is solid enough that I don't think that he'll get exposed too badly. So definitely somebody to look at as a cheap center back option from La Liga. Marquinhos. Wow, honestly, disappointed in Marquinhos already, because the things I noticed right off the bat is his pace isn't very high. To get him up to like really good standards, you would want to put a shadow on him, but his strength's also really low at 88. So an anchor seems more viable for him, really, but that'll also make him lengthy. But then that leaves his pace kind of low. He's kind of at the level of a Team of the Year Militao. He's looking very overpriced on PC at the moment, and closer to where he probably should be on PlayStation, Xbox at 890K, but that'll drop as well. Honestly, not really a great option, and you might have to use him for connection base, but I think you can find some better options out there than him. I would honestly even maybe take Medina over him. He's obviously harder to connect, but that extra pace is pretty important late game. So his passing is really good for a center back. Maybe I'm bad mouthing him a little too much, but I think there's just better options, and he's, for the price he is now, we'll see how much he drops, but he's really just not worth it at the moment. So I think Marquinhos is kind of a letdown. That kind of happens with him because his pace isn't quite high enough, and his strength is always low for a center back. So things like this were bound to happen. Let's check out Kimpembe. Is this an SBC? Yes, it is. Looks pretty solid. His defensive stats aren't as high as I would want them to be. As if you stick a shadow on him to get his pace up to adequate levels, and his strength's still not max. His jumping's leaves a little to be desired. His reactions are only 93, and I'm guessing he's pretty expensive, even though it doesn't show an estimated SBC price yet. But I imagine him to be pretty expensive. I mean, he's reasonable, easy connections, but again, I think Medina is really looking good here compared to them. Let's do a couple more. Let's see what Todibo is, since we're on the defender kick. Really, really cheap option. Honestly, about as good as Kimpembe, just a little slower. Is a much cheaper option as well, but he's a little taller. His dribbling is a little lower as well, but same strength, same defensive stats for the most part. Just a little bit slower on the acceleration side, but honestly probably pretty comparable and a much cheaper option to Kimpembe. So it might be worth a look into if you're on a real budget. Wow, I'm surprised no Hakimi. Usually he just gets voted in regardless of how well he does. Klaus, let's do him. Let's do the right backs. Really cheap option. 99 stamina is always nice. Probably want a sentinel on him. Bump up his strength and jumping. His defensive stats are pretty good for a right back. Agility and dribbling are solid. His passing, not quite as good. Only 78 long passing, but viable option if you need a right back defender. He's got high work rates, which is always helpful, and he is 5'10", so he will win some area balls. His finishing isn't really bad either for a right back. So see if he has any. Does he have any traits? People put sentinel on him. His traits just early crosser, so he doesn't have outside the foot shot, which would be cool as a right back cutting in, but not terrible. Viable, cheap option for your right back. Let's check out Traore over here. He's a little lower rated. This would be similar defensively. You probably want an anchor on him. He's a much stronger option. He's probably less of an attacking threat because his dribbling is lower. His passing is actually a little bit better from what it seems, though he has low vision. Shooting, not quite as good. He's probably... Well, he looks like he's an objective card, so... Again, another cheap option, but he's probably mostly just good for defensive work. Doesn't seem like he'll be much of a help in terms of beating people off the dribble or shooting. Any other notables here? Got David. Jonathan David, huh? This guy always gives me trouble in games, his informs and things like that, but looking really good actually now that I'm checking out his stats. Pretty solid here. I'd say maybe even stick an engine on him. Yeah, you want an engine on him. That looks right. So you stick an engine on him. He's like almost max pace, almost max strength, 99 stamina, 99 jumping at 5'11". That's pretty good. He'll probably win some headers at 99 heading accuracy. Can we just say too, that's a fire dynamic image with the glasses on, the sunglasses. That's pretty dope. Seems like a really solid cheap option here at striker. His passing is actually very good for a striker. Only things that are a little low, shot power is not as high as you would like it, or long shots. His reactions are a little low, but other than that, he looks really solid. At least like really good super sub material, because he does have pretty good high base pace. 5-star weak foot as well. And a lot of flexibility for positioning. So if you can make it work with that Canadian flag on there, then I think he's a pretty good budget option. He should be dropping more, but looks like a really solid card if you can't get that Mbappe, which I'm guessing you will not. So might have to consider him, and I don't think it would be that big of a deal. Let's check out the last couple here. We got Cabela. Really low budget option. Really surprised. He's got some pretty good stats. You probably, I'm guessing a hawk on him? Hunter or a hawk? No, you want hawk on him because Hunter wastes some of that speed. It gives him 99 shot power and long shots. Pretty good. Kind of weak passing for a cam. Pretty good dribbling though. His reactions are really low at 86. Again, like just a budget option, but doesn't look all that bad. Might be usable. He is only 4'4" though, which leaves a little bit to be desired. And there definitely are better attacking options, but for how cheap he is, really not that big of a downgrade from some of the higher cards in this team in this season release. And then I think Andre is our last one. Let's check out Andre. Pretty weak stats for pace, kind of slow. You want a shadow on him, but then his strength's only 90. For a CDM at this level in the game, that's not quite what you want. Probably just last resort is a really cheap option. He is French, and that's Lille, so not terrible, but his dribbling's really low. His physicality is really good, at least, except for his strength, and his defensive stats are pretty good. But he's not going to help you out a lot on offense, and his passing isn't great either. He might misplace a couple here or there. So, but I'm just going to leave it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you appreciate these analysis videos that I'm trying to do. If you do, please leave a like. It lets me know that you guys do enjoy this. Again, subscribe if you haven't and you like this type of content. I release videos pretty much daily now, so there's a lot of content to be had. And as always, my Twitch is linked in the description. Check it out sometimes. I'm streaming a lot. I'll be streaming Weekend League and stuff this week, so I hope to see you guys there. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.